Little camping fit check, a little belt knife, neck knife. Neither one of them are mine. Thanks, JP. Got the little L Bean hat, hiking pants, hiking boots. Me and my pal JP over here and the doggo are going on a weekend camping trip up there in the woods. We're gonna go about 1.5 miles or so into the woods to this really cool camping spot where I actually came. He took me to for the first time a couple weeks ago to check it out, and it's a really sick spot with a really dope like overlook on these rocks of the little lake or pond or whatever that's below. So this is my first time actually properly primitive camping, because I've like camped in tents and stuff before, but usually where you just pull up to a parking spot and you've got the car and stuff. So today we have big ass packing backpacks that are both probably packed with way too much stuff because that's just what we do. We're about to get loaded up here in a second and go hike up to the spot. I didn't record that part, but JP basically had to teach me like a kid wearing a backpack for the first time because I've never worn a proper hiking backpack, but yeah, boy, strapped up. All right, we are all packed up and dogged up too. Got the food in here. All of our other supplies are littered in these giant bags we got on our back. Now we begin our hike to the campsite. Now listen, I have lost a lot of weight and gotten much more in shape, but when you're carrying like basically the weight of a small child, or in JP's case, his bag is probably the weight of a small adult, it gets a little tiring. So we have stopped, but that is actually the Appalachian Trail, which runs from Maine to Georgia. So it goes from there, cuts across the trail that we're taking, and then just keeps on going. So that's pretty gnarly. Maybe one day, far down the road, I'll consider. Actually, hold up. How many people could say they've walked the Appalachian Trail? I know I can. You just saw it. So, all right, y'all. We have our first battle wound, our first camp incident, because you know the klutz that I am. I was like showing JP something, and I bumped right into the top of that saw. So one of the teeth like caught me on the arm. Whatever, dude. Par for the course. It's just a blood sacrifice. No big deal. I've been through worse. We're on the last little stretch here, just taking one last break before we head up there and ultimately up to the campsite. Put some more bug spray on us because now the bugs are kind of starting to come out a little bit, but overall it's nice. The sun is shining. We got some water around us. Doggo's chilling. JP, how you feeling?
What up?
Bro, it's slim. That's crazy. So yeah, we're gonna get up to the spot, put our stuff down for a second, chill on the rock. We're all gonna have some treats, the dog included, and relax for a bit with the view, and then set up camp. All right, y'all. This is it. This is where we will be. And that's the big rock. I'll show you the view in a minute. But for now, we're just gonna put our stuff down, go set up on the rock, have a little bit of water and some protein bars and whatnot, and then get to setting up camp. How's that for a view? This is literally 20 feet from where we're camping, is this rock and that view. So I'd imagine we're gonna spend a lot of time sitting up here, chilling, shooting stuff, hanging out. Should be a fun weekend. Now we're gonna relax. I got my snacks, I got my water. We're gonna just chill and rest up for a second and then start setting up. So we just finished setting up our tents. We're gonna go down because we're pretty much already out of water. We're gonna go down and get some water to filter out and bring back up. collect the firewood, start the fire, eat, and chill. That'll more or less be a wrap on day one. It's 6 o'clock now, so we still got a couple hours of daylight. So far, so good. The hike up really wasn't like too terrible. 4 or 5 months ago when I weighed 100 more pounds, I don't think I would have made it up here, but here we are. So the sun is shining, as you can see.
You're just gonna make sure that the dirty water does not drip like down the line from it. So like you see how it's like dripping. I'm not under it. I'm over here so that it can't.
So the dirty water's not dripping into it off the line.
Exactly. Pop this disconnect, this quick connect over here.
And it automatically stops from the thing.
And then when I open this, the water that's in there will leak out or start to leak out a little bit. And then you just push this in here and give it a squeeze. And now basically flushed out anything that was in there.
Alright, so we, and by we I mean JP basically, started a fire. I'm just chilling right now. We're letting the fire get going. Doggo's about to come back out and hang. We're gonna eat. We have not eaten yet. It is 8:45 p.m. It's been a long day, but that first day is kind of like that, where you're hiking in, you're carrying all your shit, you're setting up camp, you're starting a fire, you're gathering, getting water, you're doing all that stuff. That's what all the stuff we did today. That's why it's now so late, we're about to eat. But JP made these onion bombs, which sound amazing and are gonna taste so damn good because I'm very hungry. In a little while, I'll be eating that. We've got the tarp. I don't know if you can see it, but we got a tarp set up over here. It's supposed to thunderstorm tonight. It was very, very slightly showering a little while ago. Right now, it seems pretty chill, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, for now, we're just sitting by the fire.
Walter, come here. Come, puppy. What up?
Oh, just chilling on a rock in the woods in the middle of the night. No big deal. Yeah, that's it. That's a little baby film camera.
He's so cute.
It's almost hard to believe there's even fucking film in there. Out here, just chilling on this rock with JP.
What up?
And Walter. And it's obviously probably hard to tell, but that's right about there is the edge of this rock / cliff. So we're gonna do our best to stay the hell away from that. But man, this is the first time I've done vlogging on any camera that wasn't the Osmo Pocket, which I no longer have. Rest in peace. Sold it to get this. First time I've vlogged on a camera that was not the Osmo Pocket or the Osmo Action. This is the R50V with the RF 1435, and I'm loving it so far. And as far as this big light up here, I've got the Aperture MC Pro, which this thing is fucking awesome. I love this thing so much. It's very bright. I've got the diffuser on it, so it kind of like turns it down a little bit, but this is still only on like 70%. And I'd say that's pretty bright. It has been a long day. It is 9:17 p.m. We hiked up here, we set up camp, we went down to get water, we cut firewood, started the fire, and now we're just chilling, just enjoying the peace, even though I'm disturbing it with my big fucking light and camera. We're gonna eat and then probably just about hit the hay after that. It's been a long ass day, but my first official proper primitive camping where I actually had to hike up to the camp spot. And it's not like a designated spot where you're just pulling your car up to and you're legitimately hiking with a hiking backpack and setting up tents and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this off for a minute and listen to the big old bullfrogs making noise down there, and then we'll eat some food. It's finally time to eat. JP?
Yeah.
What have you prepared for us?
These are onion bombs. They're a seasoned pork sausage meatball wrapped in the shell of an onion. You double wrap that in foil and stick it in the coals of the fire.
Praise be to Christ. It is now 10 p.m. We have had a long day. We earned this delicious meal. I'm gonna destroy this, and by destroy this I mean slowly eat and probably not be able to finish. Okay. All right.
Have I ever steered you wrong?
Holy shit. Dude, that is so good. After all the work we put in today, and as long as we've been out here, it's 10 o'clock at night. This is genuinely one of the best meals I've had, not only because it tastes good, but just because of the circumstances that I've had in a long time. So, Chef JP, another magical creation. How did I do as a very first time camper on day one?
Well, you did really good. You put the work in for the firewood. That's the important part. That's the hardest part. Is you know, there's a lot of prep, gathering firewood, sawing it up, getting it ready, and just like it's a lot of busy work, just to sit back and relax. But it's so worth it once you do get to sit back and relax. What you doing, Devin?
Letting my feet get nice and warm in my wool socks by the fire. Long, rewarding day and a nice big meal. And by big meal, I mean barely 2 meatballs for us. But, dude, it just, I don't know, this just feels like we fucking earned it. So I'm nice and cozy in my tent. I am beat, so I'm gonna doom scroll for a little bit, answer some messages and stuff, because surprisingly I actually have service out here. And then it's time for bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. So it's a little after 6 a.m. and rainy, if you couldn't tell. It has been downpouring since about 11 o'clock last night. For a little while there, a few minutes ago, it got very, very windy. So far, the rain cover on my tent has still held up. In the unlikely event that it blows away, I packed away most of my camera gear, took out the rain cover from my bag, and put my rain jacket on, obviously, because I'm like, God forbid, you know, in a brief moment here, I end up completely uncovered. I don't want my gear to get destroyed, and I don't want to be getting completely soaked. Kind of slept like shit, probably because my pillow is just my clothes in my tent bag. I don't have like a camp pillow or anything like that. Not the greatest night, not the best start to the morning. I'm going to try to get a little more sleep, and then hopefully this is supposed to die down in the next few hours, and then we can go about our day. Just making sure that I don't drown in this tent. A little after 11 o'clock here. We had a slow start to the morning, took our time. It's been raining, as you can tell. More than likely, we're going to end up just heading out later today, probably, when we get like a little bit of a break in the rain and we can pack our stuff and not completely be soaked. But right now, JP is chefing up some eggs for a little bit of a late breakfast. And then we'll just chill, play with the cameras for a bit, hang out. The doggos relaxing in the tent. Not the most ideal weather, but honestly, for my first time like properly camping, I'm glad I got to see this. The tent held up like a champ through like pretty much heavy rain all through the night. Like there was a couple times where the wind gusted up a bit, no problem, not even close. No real water or anything in the tent. No bugs at all in my tent at all. And I have my vents open, so there maybe is like a drop or two of water that seeped in. But other than that, that tent is fucking awesome. That tent held up like a champ. We're just sitting here chilling now. We're gonna have some eggs and sausage and just relax a bit. It might be a little hard to tell, but the sun it's like trying to peek itself out a bit. It definitely, the sky has gotten lighter over there than it was like a half an hour or so ago. So, and the rain is definitely slowing down. It's supposed to like break sometime in the early afternoon. So until then, we're just chilling. The tarp's still standing. Got my handy dandy raincoat. So, ready for some grub.
I want to light it like that. Let's see if that'll just...
There it is. Yeah, look at them links. Chef JP in the cut. And we got some scrambled eggs. I already had 2 of the pieces of sausage, so there's only 1 left. But look at them scramby eggs. Oh, yeah. That's good. Hey, bud. He's like, yeah, I'm loving that. You're such a good boy. You are such a good boy. Back on the rock with my second cup of coffee of the day. Luckily, the rain has subsided, so it's not too bad out now. In fact, You can kind of see some sky. There's like a little bit of blue. The sun was trying to poke itself out. So yeah, now that the rain has subsided, we're just gonna kind of chill up here on the rock. JP just went to go grab his camera, do some pictures, some videos, get a little B-roll, stuff like that, hang out for a bit. It's about 1 o'clock right now, and then after we shoot some more, we'll probably get ready to start packing up and then head out. The weather is like iffy for tonight, plus it's my first time out here, and honestly I'm not like super prepared. These pants are not actually like hiking pants, they're just cotton, like, you know, cargo pants or whatever, so not super great. I added some layers, so I feel much better now than I did a little while ago, and I put a clean shirt on. Definitely feeling better, but definitely not up for another night of camping, especially if it's gonna be raining again. So we're gonna head out later this afternoon. But honestly, it's been so much fun. It was a good workout, so that's nice. And by the time that I go check on Monday, which is in 2 days, I should be finally in the 200s. I was 301 when I checked like 4 days ago. So I'm almost positive that all the shit that I did this weekend, camping and hiking and stuff, will have helped me lose at least that pound, if not probably more. So that's exciting. It's been a really great time. We're just chilling now and gonna do some photo video stuff and then be on our way. So I'm vlogging right now, but in all actuality, I'm just basically posing because JP's taking a photo of me. I need some new updated photos. And actually, the last time when we were right here, he got photos of me sitting on the rock, but the problem is my shirt that I had on was still a 4X, and I'm in 2X shirts at this point. And when I uploaded it, a bunch of my friends texted me, and they're like, dude, that's a real nice fucking blanket you're wearing in that photo. First of all, I got my cool, let me tell you something, as a photographer, like the red like rain jacket slash windbreaker is like a straight up signature. In fact, when him and I went to Maine last year, I spotted this guy on a rock in Acadia who was like a couple 100 feet away, and immediately I told JP, I was like, I'm gonna go walk over to him and tell him we want to take a photo. So that's exactly what I did. I maneuvered my big ass over there, told him that he was shooting, he was a Sony shooter, so whatever, but he was taking photos up there, and those are still some of my favorite photos you've done, are the pictures of that guy, especially because like just the pose that he hit, like he was sitting down at the edge of this rock, and you just see like the beautiful trees and the ocean in the background and stuff. It was so sick. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get right now, my signature photographer in a red raincoat pics. All right, guys, we just finished packing up. We are loaded and ready to go back down to the truck and get warm and dry and then be on our way. So we're just finishing up. You know, whoever comes next, you're welcome for the firewood. Thank you to whoever came before us for the little bit of firewood that we used yesterday. So yeah, once we get back to the car, we'll do like a little recap, but I'm just worried about getting down there without slipping and breaking my neck, so I'm gonna put the camera away. Whew. We just got back, and if you can't tell, the walk back was treacherous. It was extremely wet, muddy, rocky. I mean, we literally walked through water to get here. It was even more difficult for JP because the dog was pulling him the whole way. We're soaked, but we're back at the truck. We're gonna change in some fresh clothes real quick so we can be a little more dry. We'll do a little recap on the way out. But for right now, I just wanna get out of these wet ass shoes. My socks are fucking soaked. Boots are soaked. Literally had to walk through water like half the way back. At least I got a dry pair of wool socks. Look at this, my feet look like fucking prunes. Yeah. All right. Bada bing, bada bam. Let's see how much water is in your boot. Did we hike back or did we swim back? Like, what's good?
I'm sure a little of both.
Honestly, though, they held up. Those boots held up pretty damn good, in spite of us walking through 2 feet of water.
Oh no, they did.
So, one final recap of the trip overall. What did you think?
It was good. I mean, this is representative of what it's like. You know, weather isn't always good. Weather doesn't always cooperate, but it was fun.
And for me, for my first time primitive camping overall, what did you think?
Oh no, I mean this is a perfect example.
It's a good test.
Yeah, this is a good test. You don't want to go in like perfect weather. You don't want to do it under ideal conditions. For the first time, you know, this is basically, I won't say this is as bad as it can get, but
yeah, this we paid the price in several different ways for this trip. But I will tell you what, in all honesty, that few hours last night just sitting by the fire with our feet kicked up, eating some good food, and then sitting on the rock and just enjoying the night, worth it, honestly. And also fucking good ass workout, great workout. This whole weekend between moving wood, cutting wood, carrying stuff, hiking, you name it. It was a good workout. But I will say this, I am so looking forward to sleeping in my own bed tonight, and also to just going home and taking a shower. So first time full-blown primitive camping with an excellent guide, and it was a lot of fun. So it was nice to be able to vlog again. We have an upcoming trip in the summer to Utah. So this was also kind of prep for that, just to test out some of this gear, get a feel for it, and also for me to be able to kind of watch back and for us to be able to plan a little bit like how we want to actually document it, because it's a big trip. We're road tripping it, and we're going to be camping in Hanksville, Utah for like a week. So that's going to be a really big trip for us. So this is also kind of like good testing of also different gear. We've both got new R50Vs, and figuring out how we want to document that.
Quest, sponsor us.
Yeah, dude, Quest, what's good, bro? You guys follow me on Instagram but won't sponsor me. Like, what up? I've spent $1,000 on your guys' stuff in the last month alone, probably. But anyway, that's it. Felt good to vlog, felt good to be outdoors, and it's going to feel even better to go home and get in a hot shower. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.